In this video, we'll be covering how to change the typography of your store, which is how the text shows up and what font is used on your website. Once you get into the theme editor, you'll land on the default homepage. Go to theme settings on the left-hand side, select typography. Here is broken up into headings and body. Headings are the larger, more bold fonts that are shown on your site and are listed as heading within the text blocks in the sections on your website. To change the font, select Change underneath the section that you'd like to edit. Here you're listed out system fonts, which are fonts that will load faster and may appear differently based on the device that your viewer is using. You have Mono, you have Sans-serif, which doesn't have the little marks and turns on each letter. And then you have serif, which does have the marks and turns on each letter. You can make your selection based off of what your brand guidelines are and how you want the feel and aesthetics of your page to be. The system fonts will populate what the system default font is for your viewer. If you'd like a specific font for your website based on what you want to present for your brand, you can scroll down. You can find the other fonts that are downloaded onto a visitor's computer. However, the act of putting this font onto the visitor's computer will cause possible slower load times. You can scroll through any of these fonts and find one that looks to match what your aesthetics should be. We'll select Avenir next, and we can see automatically in the preview window that the heading is updated. Make another selection. We can again see how our font overlays on our website. We can scroll through based on the page that we're on and see how it displays at different sizes, different heading. And then down in the bottom, you can see that the font that you've selected is displayed, and then you can select the different variants of that font. So by selecting bold, we can see a bolder version of this font and review how we would like that to display. And if we are satisfied with our selection, we can select, and that has locked in our selection to now populate across the entirety of our website. The font size scale, as we move this slider, we can see that it increases the size of our font across the different heading hierarchies. So we can see that all of these different headings are now a larger size. Shopify uses a percentage scale versus a point scale. And so you use the slider and then use the preview window to decide whether or not your selection is what you would like it to be. For body, the same process occurs. You select change if you would like to make any adjustments to the body text. System fonts work the same way. Selecting a mono, sans serif, or serif, and then you can go down into the other fonts and make a selection for what you would like to display. This has assistant listed as the default. We'll go ahead and select sans serif to review just how different it is. Based on the quantity of text that's on your site, the bulk of it will be in a body format. So there is value in selecting a system font if you're selecting a other font for a more unique brand aesthetic. The sans serif font, which is more similar in visual layout and how it displays across your website, and you can make the decision based on how much content you display on your site, whether or not this sans serif matches your brand guidelines and what you'd like to display across your website. And if you do want to have something that's more unique, this sans serif font is more narrow. We can make our selection, review that how it looks. We can look at the different variants and see how that displays, and then make our selection. Font scale size works in the same form as the headings. We make our adjustments, and then once we're done, select save. If you found this video helpful, click subscribe down below and follow us for more on setting up and running a business online. Keep working at your craft and building your business from the ground up.